Hello and welcome to Cairns in far north Queensland, Australia. I'm John. This is our Trips to Go. Behind me is P&O's Pacific Explorer. We'll be boarding that shortly for a cruise to the Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea. Now this cruise was to have 1 day in Honiara originally, 2 days in Rabaul, and then 2 days at 2 of the different islands in PNG. But due to some issues with the ship, some work's got to be done on it in Honiara, so we're going to be having 3 days in Honiara, 1 in Rabaul, and visiting only 1 of the islands in PNG, which is a bit disappointing, but we'll make the most of it. Come along, see what it's like. So the Cairns Cruise Terminal is really just like a big shed, and we're queued up here. There's different queues. There's priority, there's cruise ready, and there's also those who haven't completed everything. So we'll just wait and we'll eventually get on. Okay, so 11:084. So this is a balcony room on the left hand side on entrance. We've got cupboard space, drawers, safe, hanging space. Then on this other side is the bathroom, which is quite compact, almost the size that you get on a train. The bed, table, desk, TV, and this is the balcony.
I could change your mind. I could come back inside to change your mind. No. You can actually turn around.
We've got our first drinks and we're in the Oasis area, which is an over 18 area, so there's no kids in this spot at the back of the boat. Ship could be where we spend a lot of time. And this morning we're going to a waterfront restaurant for breakfast. It's the main dining room. Let's check out what it's like.
Anyway, so up here at the Guinea International Airport, so I did mention about Henderson Field, the airfield here was built by the Japanese in around May of 1942, and then by August the Americans took over.
How do you eat it?
I've only just realized how many correspondents were here from that few of them. And we're still having wars.
One of the venues on Deck 7 is the Black Circus. It's one of the main entertainment areas. There are two, there's the Marquee and the Black Circus. marquee set out more has a stage and tiered seating, where this is more a relaxed nightclub sort of feel. Just off the atrium on level 6 are two of the dining options which are included, but they are restaurants. One is Dragon Lady, which has Asian inspired cuisine. The other is Angelo's, which, as you can imagine, is Italian type food. It's breakfast time. We're at the pantry to see what's on offer. During lunchtime there are various different types of food available, but breakfast is pretty much the same. But we have some serve yourself, fruit, cereal, yogurt.
Thanks very much.
Drink stations, and during the day for lunch and dinner this is cakes and the like, but for breakfast it's pastries. And the hot food is replicated on the other side as well. Hello.
Okay.
We got that there, and also along there dripping
Okay.
there.
That's just been happening for how long?
That's 20 minutes worth.
20 minutes there.
So we're on the move because of these drips that have been happening right along this wall. We're having to move to a new cabin. So they've got us a cabin on floor 10. It's also a balcony cabin, but it's not as great as where we were. We really like the position we're in, but we'll go and check out this new cabin. So our new cabin has cupboards on the same side. Let's have a look in the bathroom. Exactly the same. The difference is there's cupboards here just outside the bathroom. Bed's the same, although there've been some different bed head. And I'm trying to see about PowerPoints. Look, we've got one PowerPoint here where we had two in the other room. So the PowerPoint is there. And the balcony's the same. We don't have a chair in this room. So we're shoreside, and a series of markets have been set up for the passengers. On our last day in Honiara, we've been into town. We walked in. It's a bit warm, but we made it there and back, a bit humid as well. I went to the Central Markets, which looks like most markets in the Pacific Islands, and we also went to the National Museum and had a look there at some of the history. At the museum there was also details about Ramsey, the regional assistance mission, which came here after some troubles between different ethnic groups in the late 1900s and early 2000s. 3 days in Honiara is now over. We're off to Papua New Guinea now. We have a sailing day tomorrow before we arrive in Rabaul. We're off to dinner, but unlike the free dinners we have most nights, tonight we're actually going to pay. We're going to the Trattoria. It's one of 2 pay-to-eat restaurants on board the Pacific Explorer. It's Italian with pizza and pasta. Let's go and check it out.
We have 110 galley staff, 110 chefs we have. Actually, we have a 10 restaurant. For the 10 restaurant, we have 10 galleys, including the officer mess and staff mess and the crew mess.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, love.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you.
Salamat, ma'am. Salamat.
How much? Oh, don't you just post them? I don't know, ask. Next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please enjoy your barbecue today.
Welcome to our second port, which is Rabaul in Papua New Guinea. That's the first of 2 stops in PNG. We're here for about 8 hours and we'll get out and do some sightseeing. In fact, we've got a tour which will take us to see some local native performances. Dozens of buses and vans are here to take us passengers out on our tours. When you look out, there's lines of them out on the main street as well, still waiting to come in here, some of them. Others will be local tour operators who aren't allowed to come onto the dock area. And if we look through in the distance along that street, there's stalls have been set up, so markets for us to go and wander later on in the day. Farewelling Rabaul with some music from a local choir. Rabaul originally supposed to be a 2-day stop. Changes meant that we only had about 8 hours here. We got to see the volcanic mask festival and would have liked to have had more time to probably go and do a World War II tour. Didn't have the time. Might have to come back on another cruise maybe one day. So for now, it's farewell to Rabaul, and it's on to Kirawina Island.
Could be steam. Steam rising from there.
Last port of call is Kirawina Island in PNG. This is a bit different to the other two. The other two have pulled up at the docks. Today we'll be tendering off to get to this, what they call an unspoiled island, although letting 2,000 Aussies loose on the island. Don't know how it'll be unspoiled after that. And this is our means of getting ashore. Right below us are the tenders. Hello. So the rain's coming, we're heading back to the ship now. We're already heading back just before the rain started. So that's our trip to Kirowina. Had a bit of a snorkel, looked at some local craft, and now it's farewell to Kirowina and to Papua New Guinea.
Beautiful. Anything else?
A little bit of rice. Wow. Thank you. Some more. One soup.
I'm going for the vegetables. Lemon sauce.
Thank you. Thank you. We've docked in Cairns at the end of our cruise. We're still to disembark, but while we've been at breakfast this morning, they have started to set the room up for the next cruise, which starts later today, and they've got it set up at the moment for 3 guests. and possibly they may, because my bags are on here, they may change this one to 4 guests, but it would be quite squeezy, I would think, if it was a full 4 people with these double bunks. So a few thoughts about the Pacific Explorer. The ship is getting quite old and needs work done on it. We had smells in certain parts of the ship. As you headed into the marquee, there was an odour down there which was quite horrendous at times. We had a problem in our first room where water started leaking into the room, and they had to move us. I believe there could have been other problems with others having water in their rooms as well. As far as food goes, the food was quite good. In the pantry, it could be a bit hotter, and sometimes, I guess probably because it's there for a little while, it's a little overcooked, but in all of the restaurants we ate at, the food was quite good quality and served fast, efficiently, and so we enjoyed that. The entertainment, most of the entertainment was good, although one of the shows we missed out on because of the rough conditions. Maybe they need to look at their scheduling for that sort of thing. We did have 3 nights in Honiara. Why not put the dance shows on those 3 nights when they know that there's no risk to the dancers? Last night was supposed to be rock music, but it wasn't on because there was a risk to the dancers. Shame. That was one of the shows I was really looking forward to. So overall, would I do it again? Possibly, depending on where it was sailing to. P&O is not the greatest. You wouldn't rate it up there near the top of cruise lines, but it was adequate, and most people seem to enjoy themselves. There are just a few little things here and there which were a little disappointing. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click like, subscribe to the Our Trips to Go YouTube channel, and see you again soon.